till he regained his consciousness. Now, when the young man realized where he was, he felt terrified. Hannah reassured him. The man was surprised to hear her talk in English. She told him that she was in America for a long time as she fed him gently. She didn't like him, but wanted to comfort him. On the third day of the operation, Sadao found the young man sitting up. He forced him to lie down and rest. The young boy, barely 17, asked Sadao if they would hand him over to the authorities. Sadao said that he did not know himself what to do with him. Yes, Sadao was in utter dilemma, what to do and what not to do. When Sadao went out, Hannah told that the servants would not stay if the American stayed with them. They felt that Sadao and Hannah were not thinking of their own country. Sadao protested, saying that he had been trained not to let a man die if he could help it, being a doctor. The servants could not understand this, and as the days passed, though were polite, their eyes were cold. The old gardener felt that the man should have been allowed to bleed to death. Just imagine the reaction of the gardener. The cook felt that it was the master's pride that led him to save the man. Yumi said that they ought to think of their children who would suffer if their father was punished as a traitor. The servants made sure that Hannah was within the hearing distance when they discussed this. So the reaction of the servants is very important here in this story. Slowly, Tom, the prisoner, started recovering. Sadao allowed him to stand for 5 minutes once in a day. After a couple of days, he was allowed to stand for more duration, and he was regaining his lost strength. He was very grateful of the Japanese couple, but was scared a little about his future. Now, whenever Sadao showed his indifference towards him as a Japanese, there was a flicker of terror in Americans' eyes. Sadao then went back to his office and carefully typed a letter to the chief of police reporting the whole matter. He then put the unfinished report into his secret drawer. On the 7th day after that, the servants left. Hannah was terrified, but she paid them off and thanked them for all that they had done for her. They were crying, but she did not cry. Yumi offered to come if the children cried, but Hannah was sure that she would not send for Yumi no matter how much the baby cried. Hannah made the breakfast and Sadao helped with the children. After having taken morning food to the prisoner, Hannah talked to Sadao. She wondered as to why they could not clearly see what to do, like the servants. She wondered why they were different from other Japanese. A little while later, Sadao went to the prisoner and instructed him to start getting up to get back his strength as quickly as possible. Now, Tom thanked him for saving his life, and Sadao told him it was too early to thank him, and the boy looked terrified. Sadao again